The crib on your right, like everywhere else, is now complete. All the elements from the Bible are there. There's baby Jesus in the manger, there's Mary, there's Joseph, there are the angels, there are the shepherds, there are the sheep, and there are the magi, and there are their gifts. Everything literally from the Bible. So it's now complete. But in one sense, it's like a photograph. It's static. It's not like a film or a video. You look at it as you do of a crib you have at home, or at least postcards, Christmas cards you've received showing a crib, and it's a photograph. Static. Now think of how, if it was a film, how those in the crib got there for that one static moment. Ecstatic, you might say. In particular, the shepherds and the magi. How did they get there to be assembled together today? Well, it's a study in contrast. And sometimes we learn by looking at someone very carefully. Other times we also learn by contrasting them. So St. Luke has nothing to say about the Magi. St. Matthew has nothing to say about the shepherds. Now, what could this contrast, even in the telling, be telling us? The shepherds, then, are nearby, we're told. Nearby Jesus, Mary, and Joseph in Bethlehem. The nearby isn't just geographical, it's religious. They're close to Jesus because they believe. They would have been Jews. And when the angels appear to the shepherds, they make quite a long speech, the angels, and it's a very religious speech that someone who didn't share that faith wouldn't have understood. It speaks of a city of David. It speaks of Christ, the Messiah. It speaks of the Lord. All very religious words to explain to the shepherds what was happening. And they go off and tell others. Now contrast the shepherds with the Magi. A shepherd is a clear job, a set place in her society. Who are the Magi of the Gospels? We've just heard them called wise men. Sometimes they're called magi. Sometimes they're called kings. Who knows? There's a kind of uncertainty in the structure of the telling of the coming of the Magi. And it doesn't seem as if they come from nearby, like the shepherds, who seem to walk across a few fields to Bethlehem. This is a longer journey for the Magi, guided by the star. We've no idea how many there are. There must be at least 2, because it's plural, magoi. Eastern Christians have believed there were 12. We tend to think there are 3, because of 3 gifts, 1 each. It'd be rude to come without a present, wouldn't it? Another air of uncertainty then. The shepherds are about their work, and the angels give them a full religious revelation. Why did the Magi come? For a king of the Jews. Now, what could that mean? Why did it matter to them anyway? And was it what they thought they'd found when they found Jesus and adored him? The king of the Jews? Rather, you might say, another uncertainty. And their journey receives the emphasis, really, in today's gospel, unlike with the shepherds, where the revelation to them receives emphasis. Here it's the journey. So we look at the crib then, this split-second photograph, but now we see the journey to assemble those people and animals and stars together is varied. We followed the journey of Jesus, that of Joseph, whose marriage was in peril, Mary, who had to be addressed by the angel 3 times before she consented. We've seen all those journeys, inner and outer, to this one moment. What about us? Well, we may have come to faith as babies, baptized as babies, or we may have come to faith baptized as adults. And we may have been secure and are secure once we have arrived at the faith, or we may not. And that's why the Magi are so important, in a different way from the shepherds, with their settled, confirmed, strong faith. This is an uncertain journey with an uncertain star and a flickering star. And we're told that the shepherds went back and told others of what they'd heard. What about the Magi? Who knows? Were they Christians? Did they tell others? Who knows? And it's so, as it might be, either before we got to Jesus or to stay with Jesus. The journey for us may be rather arduous and uncertain and the light flickering. But 2 things appear, or rather one thing appears twice in this story of the crib. The angels tell the shepherds of a great joy. The Magi, when they find Jesus, feel a great joy. That's another element that unites the journeys of the shepherds and the Magi to Jesus Christ. And so whatever our journey has been, is, or will be, towards and in Jesus Christ, the gift today is of that joy, which must be steady and fixed.